Former President Donald Trump is denying the report that he has come up with a nickname for Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, widely expected to be his big 2024 rival, or at least, one of them. Although, does Nikki Haley really count? She can't even tell you why she's even running. But anyway, last week, the New York Times reported that Trump had insulted Mr. DeSantis in casual conversation, describing him as Meatball Ron. That's right, Meatball Ron.
It's not a salami sandwich.
Okay, it's a meatball. It's a meatball. So now look, that was an apparent dig at his appearance. Okay, shut down Ron. That's another one. And of course, they're actually feuding over COVID. Look, the reason that he was coming up with new nicknames that I was, at least, I was speculating, the fact that his other nickname, Ron DeSanctimonious, which he probably didn't even come up with, was terrible. It was clunky, unwieldy, dumb. It's not his best. Okay? He's not winning with that nickname. And so, of course, Trump, what he does is he goes out and A/B tests new nicknames to see, which one gets a lot of positive reaction. Funny enough, Meatball Ron, MAGA chuds actually enjoyed it. They were going out there and oh yeah, Meatball Ron. You saw it on all sorts of different Trump, Twitter accounts, influencers, all these, right? So now Trump, though, decides, no, I'm going to drop Meatball Ron. On his platform, Truth Social.
Truth Central.
He wrote this: I will never call Ron DeSanctimonious. Meatball Ron, as the fake news is insisting I will. No, they weren't insisting that you will. They said that you did it in private. But anyway, even though, he continues, Fox News killing lightweight Paul Ryan is revered by him, low-energy Jeb Bush is his hero and always at his side. His beaches and state were closed for long periods of time. His testing for the China virus didn't work. Of course, he's got to throw in the casual racism. Didn't work out too well. And his loyalty skills are really weak. It could be totally inappropriate to use the word meatball as a moniker for Ron. Maybe it's because people actually like meatballs. I don't know. Funny enough, I'm gonna illustrate how I have a blind spot. I didn't realize when I had first reported this that Meatball Ron is pointing at his Italian ancestry. Why didn't I get it? Well, again, I don't think that way. I can't. I can't think. When I realized, I was like, oh, Italian, of course, right? And then I thought, what's wrong with Italians? There's nothing wrong with Italians. What's wrong with meatballs? And not everybody's into meatballs, but, generally, if you're not into meatballs, who cares, right? I don't know. It's really, really difficult for me to think like that. That's because I'm not a racist. But with Trump, again, he relies, and it's weird having a conversation, who is racist against Italians? That's really weird. But Trump, he does racist stereotypes. Just about everybody. He believes that everybody, fits into these weird racial stereotypes, and that's how he classifies people. Again, he does that because he's a racist, and that's what racists do. And so that's Meatball. That's what, I think that's what it came to mind when he was trying to come up with nicknames for Ron DeSantis. Meatball Ron. But as usual, this kind of stuff, look, maybe not as usual, but at least in this time, blew up in his face. What else can I say about that? This is not a good nickname. I mean, look, Sloppy Steve is one of the best ones he's ever come up with to describe Steve Bannon. That's fantastic. Little Marco. Meatball Ron. I said before, you're going to have to go back and, back to the drawing board. You're going to have to figure out something else. Yeah, maybe now he will.